Hey, we're back again, Coon Prairie Ramblers, for the last segment of this day.
That's right.
The F-bomb.
It's time.
We got the Flash and Flutter, and we got the mailman here.
Yeah, we do. And we got the last behind the glass.
Yes, sir.
Miss Yedika.
Where'd she go?
Well, she was behind the glass. She's back there somewhere.
Behind that glass.
She's using her invisible force field. She's fast, too. Maybe she ought to be the Flash.
Yeah.
She made it from one room to the other. Anyhow, we're fixing to drop the F-bomb. So, ready or not?
Here we go.
Here she comes. Certainly. All right. That was a good one. Goodness. What if?
Too bad you couldn't see this on.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. That's probably a good thing. They're not set up a video camera in here. The health department come shut this place down. Anyhow, we're gonna drop the F-bomb, and this week's F-bomb is, since we were talking about summer stuff, the school bus riding and then summer activities, we're going to talk about what if you could go back in time and relive something or some things from your summer, whether it's something that really happened to you or something you wish you had done as a kid. Would you go back and what would you do?
Anything?
Anything?
I'd go back to 1956.
Oh yeah.
That's
I was 1 year old. I wouldn't be much help.
Well, see, I didn't get many vacations as a kid. We did.
Yeah.
We poor. We didn't go. We did. I don't. We went to West Virginia. I lived in Ohio. We went to West Virginia to see my grandpa, who I didn't know.
Yeah.
And in fact, I didn't know any of my grandpas actually, except for my step grandpa. So I didn't know family.
It's like going to stay with strangers.
Yeah, really. In fact, when
Freaky.
we went there, we went on
They sure this is the right house. Who are these people?
Down to, they lived outside of Huntington. We had a trailer that we pulled behind the car, and we took the dogs and everybody.
And you made the dogs ride on the trailer?
Took the dogs on vacation?
Dogs were on the trailer.
On the trailer.
We had a rainstorm on the way down there, and we looked out the back window, and here the dogs were sticking their heads up through the tarp like, hey, we're wet back here, you know. And
Good Lord. Y'all had the Clampets coming down the road, didn't you?
We didn't go glamping, man. We got tired. We camped out at a roadside rest. We didn't have a tent. We just...
You crawled in a trailer with the dogs?
I slept.
No.
I slept on the side on a hill. I was wrapped up.
You and Tony, your brother.
In the morning, I woke up and I was at the bottom of the hill, way down.
He and Tony both.
Yeah, yeah.
Tony was what? You were 6. He'd have been 2.
He would have been 2.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's what you want to go back and do?
Well,
are you burning up airtime are you squandering our airtime here?
For a 6-year-old, and besides, it was one of my only vacations. It was pretty, fun.
Go back and enjoy it. Take a camera this time.
Swam at the, in a creek there by the roadside rest, and I mean, it was Beverly Hillbilly stuff. We finally made it down to West Virginia, and we didn't sleep in the house. We slept up on a hill behind my grandpa's house. In the it was just a pull-behind trailer.
Well, y'all was real welcome, wasn't you?
Wow.
Y'all got to sleep up yonder on that hill, and not out in the barn. You had to go up there on that hill and sleep.
And see, it was an odd situation where because of divorce and remarriage and stuff. So and my mom was kind of like she wanted to go see her daddy, but then
And it was West Virginia, so anything goes, right? Had a son-in-law from there one time.
There used to be a picture of us all swimming in Ohio River. I mean, the beautiful beach of the Ohio River,
Oh boy!
And my
beautiful brown water, right?
My mama swam. She didn't have a regular bathing suit,
Uh-oh. Can you say this on the air now?
Cutoffs and her bra.
Hey. She was a trendsetter.
Those white cotton ones, from the days gone by?
That's all it was white
and
cotton.
She didn't have little girls either, let me tell you.
Thanks for that visual. Have mercy.
Every time I'd see that picture, I'd always be embarrassed, like, Mom, why did you have a swimming suit?
They took pictures? You say you have a picture?
Yeah, it's somewhere.
Oh, boy.
I think maybe it's in my sister's collection or something.
Maybe. I don't know.
Goodness.
I don't remember. I remember seeing it, but I don't remember where it is now.
Precious memories.
Yeah.
How they linger.
But that would be fun to recapture that one.
All right.
I mean, because it was hilarious.
What would you do, Carrie?
Well, the first summer vacation that we took out of state that I ever did with my family was back.
Real vacation.
We never took a vacation, though, during the time we were building the house between 74 and 78.
That was a vacation.
No, it wasn't. Not really. It was work for my parents. Anyway, but we took an out-of-state vacation. We went all the way up to Pennsylvania, to Bradford, Pennsylvania, to visit my great aunt. And you know her. You've been at her house.
Yeah.
My great aunt Claire and her husband lived there with my cousins that I had never met before, and I had never been out of the state before. And we went in August, and that town was the
you saw
prettiest.
Mountains.
Yes, the prettiest little town. And my brother and I rode in the back of the pickup truck, and we'd never been in anything
from
besides
Florida to Pennsylvania.
Yes,
in the back of a truck.
Yes, and we had never seen hills, so. We got too close to where they lived in Bradford, and, it's really hilly, and we were having fun sliding back and forth, because every time we go up, we'd slide back. Every time we go down the hill, we'd slide forward.
Did you have boosters?
Oh, well, I don't remember that. I just remember that was fun. And then that was the prettiest little town, and there was a town swimming pool. Went there, walked down there with my cousin Barbie, who I'm still friends with on Facebook. I haven't seen her in years. Her name is Barbie. And we went down there, and I remember the strangest thing to me, because I'm a Florida girl, it's always warm, hot in the summer. Yeah. But I remember one morning we woke up and there was frost on the ground. And I'm thinking, what? This is August. Well, it was in Pennsylvania, it was kind of chilly, so yeah, and the house that we stayed in was that same house that my great-grandfather Iverson built. It was just amazing to see.
That's way cool.
The stuff. He was Swedish, and he came over when he was 17 years old from Sweden all by himself. He was a carpenter, furniture maker, and it was a beautiful house. He had little like jewelry boxes and small pieces of furniture that he had made, and you could tell it was his because his name was on the bottom.
That's way cool.
And back in 2001, Mel and I went there with Dale and Sarah, and my aunt and her husband still lived in that same house.
It's still there?
I don't know if it's still there now, because my aunt and uncle have since passed away.
Hope you're taking pictures of it.
And the house is still, because it was one
of
the... Get pictures of it. Google it, see if it's still there.
Yeah, I'll have to find the address. Anyway, it was just so amazing just to see that part of my family.
A big snow hit. It's close to near Buffalo. Is it near Buffalo?
Yeah, when we went there in 2001, we were there in December, and that was the first time that Dale and Sarah and myself had ever seen snowfall. It was awesome.
It was a good snow.
Yeah, we came out of the house, and there was 8 inches of snow piled up on top of our van. It was amazing.
We even took a walk.
That's a treat.
What's the little town? What's the town?
Bradford.
We even took a walk at nighttime in the snow.
Yeah,
because it was just so
It was
amazing.
It's a beautiful town. It really is. Yeah, I love it. Loved it.
The snow was like 6 inches deep.
Nothing like Florida.
I know. It was just so awesome to me because I've lived in Florida all my life and I never saw anything like that before. So it was great.
And you were how old the first time when you were
First time I was 9. First time I'd ever been out of the state.
Pretty impressionable, so it was cool.
Yeah, and it was just, I loved the house because it had I don't know why, but I always liked stairs. Not so much now, but then, because you never saw
stairs. Stairs are cool if you're a kid.
Yeah, and they were very narrow, and it was just, the house was just beautiful, and the way it was made out of
2-story?
Crafted wood, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and there was a basement too, and
oh my goodness.
And I thought, oh wow, this is awesome.
What's not to love?
Yeah, it was great. That was a wonderful time in my life. So yeah, I liked that time.
Wow.
It was great.
And we've had good vacations since marriage.
We have.
By the way, we are married.
You better be.
Yeah, our first vacation was not in the summer, but it was in the fall, and we went camping, and we took my car that we ended up, we didn't know it at the time, but it had a cracked head, so it was overheating climbing the mountains in North Carolina. And we didn't have enough room for our tent and everything in the trunk, so we ended up tying it on top, and with the ropes going through the windows, we looked like the Beverly Hillbillies, let me tell you.
Oh, my goodness. I hope there's some pictures somewhere.
We're driving at nighttime. It was fogging up on the inside of the glass.
Yeah.
So she's taking wipes, and she's wiping. She's constantly wiping
the
down
defrost didn't work because I had to wipe it down so he could see to drive. It was kind of crazy, but it was still fun.
That's what made it an adventure.
Yes. What about you, Luke?
If I had to go back and do something from the summers, I think it would be floating down the river on inner tubes. We get these people who know what an inner tube is today.
Oh yeah.
Used to be inside your car tire, and we'd get them down at Fenner Shell at Nocatee,
and you want to make sure that the inner tube, the stem is pointing down.
Yeah, I heard that. That can hurt you big time, especially because we get somebody to give us a ride to Arcadia. We go on the river bridge out there west of town, and we go to the north side of the bridge and drop your inner tube, run back across traffic, leap off the other side, and land on your inner tube down there.
Goodness.
So yeah, the stem had to be down.
Yeah, that would be, yeah.
And boom, you hit that, and you and the inner tube would go under the water, and you pop back up like a buoy of some kind.
That's a big drop.
It was. It really was.
Wow.
And we floated all the way to Nocatee. It'd take us 3 or 4 hours. Because we'd stop and swim and hunt shark teeth and stuff like that. And
that sounds like a lot of fun.
5 or 6 Royce did it, and several others from Nocatee.
I never tubed on the Peace River, but I have tubed on the Itchituckney up in North Florida. It's a crystal clear river. It's beautiful.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, we did a lot of that, and camping on the river in the creeks during the summer. We had several swimming holes, and one of them had a cliff with a rope and a swing, or a tree you could climb up and just leap out into the water.
What'd you do about mosquitoes in the summer?
They don't come out at night.
Ah.
We didn't have them during the day.
So if you camped, you kept
Well,
staying in a tent?
if you camp, you better have what they call a mosquito bar, which was just a netting that it was kind of long and kind of coffin shaped, and you tied it from a tree and you got under it, or you had a tent you could zip up.
Yeah, because Mel doesn't believe that you can camp in Florida.
They eat you alive if you ain't careful.
I have never been able to get him to camp in Florida ever.
North Florida.
Yeah.
Right off the interstate up there, and I camped one night. The first night I ever camped in Florida, and I woke up in the morning with red ants all over me.
You didn't feel them during the night?
I don't know, but they were there in the morning.
Yeah, well, there's some notorious mosquitoes down here.
Yeah.
I like camping in Florida, and I've never camped I take it back. I did camp one time in May, and I got mosquito bit so bad.
I don't like to be hot when I'm camping. I like cold camping.
They'll eat you alive. Well, the good part about camping in the summer is you can get out and swim, take bath in the river or whatever. But wintertime, you freeze your butt off doing that, but you don't have mosquitoes.
Right, that's true. That's why the times that I have camped in Florida has been
we go during the winter now up in Ocala on a lake, and it's pretty chilly, but we still, after 3 or 4 nights, you're going to get a bath, and we have to drag you down there and give you one. So we all jump in and freeze, but we get one and get out. But goodness. Well, our time is about up. We're down to like almost 30 seconds here, it looks like. We're glad you was here today.
Well, thank you. I enjoyed it.
A lot of fun. I can't wait to see the video that Mel's going to put on there, with all the pictures and stuff. All right, we're going to get on out of here, but we're going to ask our late, great brother, KC, that eternal question. What's the frequency, Kenneth?
1480 AM on your radio dial, News Radio, WFLN, Arcadia's news and information station.